What is going on, everyone? I am Steve, hashtag Team No Sleeves from Burke Family 54 Comics. Welcome to another Thursday night chat. We're going to be hanging out, talking comic books, and reviewing them. Before we do that, though, set that intro. Hope everyone is doing well today. As a reminder, our Thursday night chat is brought to you by comic_book_pressing on Instagram. Protect your comic book investment for as little as $12 by using Eric from comic_book_pressing on IG. And make sure you use my promo code BERK54 to get free shipping back to you. Again, today's Thursday night chat is brought to you by comic_book_pressing on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in the panel. First up, we got Ryan, new guy. What up, dude?
Howdy ho, everybody. How's it going?
Family.
That's my wife. She's got to theme everything.
There's a place for the Burke Fam logo above that. We are Burke Family.
Just like right in the middle.
Right there. All right, next
I'm just
up.
going to get some like duct tape and write it on there.
Yeah, I need to get you that huge sticker. Next up, we got Legion of Comics. What's up, man?
What's happening? I don't have all that to do. Hey.
And Adrian came off
the Mr. Hanky intro.
What up, man?
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going. How's everybody doing?
Dude, we're doing well, dude. We are doing well. It's a Thursday night chat. We're hanging out, talking comic books, reviewing them tonight. I'm excited about it. Let's go ahead and say hi to some people that came up in the chat. First up, we got the Cover Collector. They finally sent back your books today. I know the grades. I'm excited for you, brother. I'm excited for you. Austin LeMay. What's up, man? How's it going, brother? Ryan is here. Make sure you're following everyone on the panel. Links to their channels is in the description of all of my videos. Mars Comics, what's up? How's it going? Rumikyu Studios, what up, dude? How's it going? Flash by Night, hello. How are you doing, brother? Robert, what up? Freaky Louie, how's it going? Everyone have a good day? Everyone have a good day? Oh, what happened, Mark?
I was just busy.
Just busy. Busy as can be. All right. Panda, you have a good day?
It was all right. I taught all day, so it, I was just really tired when I got home.
I feel you. All right, this is the part of the show we show off our comic book haul for the week. I will go first, as per usual.
Unless you don't have any books, then all of a sudden everybody else is first as usual.
Yeah. I was able to get books this week.
That's awesome, man.
In a mystery box, and it was great because I read it. And I followed that up by reading Legends of the Dark Knight #2.
Nice.
#2 was so much better than #1. So much better. The first appearance of Quiz in that book. This one is another book. What's that?
First full appearance, too. They didn't roll her out slow.
No, they did not. Actual Dracula. What's up, Adrian? How's it going?
Hi.
Don't tell me.
Hey.
Okay, cool. All right, I won't. All right, next up is another big one. This run has just been stellar since he started a couple issues ago. Nightwing 81, that Raph Grassetti cover. Sick. This is another one. This came out last week. I love this cover by Brett Booth. This is the variant cover. Flash 771.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool cover.
Yeah.
Roy is all over this cover. And you don't know why until like the last two panels.
I'm excited for that.
You're excited for what?
Where they're taking this. It makes you look back at the last 4 issues and be like, oh my God, really?
Yeah. I'm not. I wasn't happy about the. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll change your mind in a minute.
Okay.
Future State Gotham #2 came out last week. Derek 2 cover. Great issue. Just wish it was interior was all in color. This came out last week. Finally was able to get it. Mighty Morphin #8.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This also came out last week. The Joker #4.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk this book tonight. Berserker #3.
Yep.
And finally, Venom 200, the book everyone is talking about this week. So that's my haul. Ryan, new guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't what I was expecting. But cool either way. Awesome cover.
Was it good?
Yeah. Slow start, but there's a pretty massive world to be explored, and the first one was solid, so I'm excited to see where it goes from there. This is what I thought I was going to hold up first. Static, Season 1, #1. It was all right. Could have been better. I think it should have been better. Boom. Jenny Frison killing it on Catwoman.
That's a nice cover.
Go Cat.
This crappy foil cover of Layla Starr, which was amazing.
Oh man, so you were wanting the cover A, right?
Yeah.
Who's living
Yeah,
in
Nick
the
stuck it in the mail for me today, so
Who's living in the hood right now?
I don't know. What does that mean?
It's not me. Yeah, it's Mark.
It's
Yeah. Wow, it's so quiet in there. This microphone just picks up everything.
There you
That's
go. There you go.
Heights. The new movie by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
This would have easily been the book of the week if there wasn't something I liked just slightly more. Incredible start. This book was amazing. And that's all I picked up.
Nice. Nice. You guys might have to sell me on a Tom King book. I'm on the fence on that.
Can't teach taste, Steve.
I know.
All right. All right. Mark, let's see what you got.
Picked up that Flash 771, which absolutely loved every minute of it.
Horrible cover.
So I paid $1 less than you. How's that bad?
That cover is
Well,
horrible.
you paid $2 too much for it then.
Yeah.
It was not a good
cover's
cover.
bad. Let's be
I
honest.
like the cover. You got like the whole Heroes in Crisis explosion happening behind him.
That's what
I don't
Steve
like
wants
the way
to hear.
his face is
That's
drawn.
not even Wally.
I don't like the way his face is drawn.
Wow. See, like after I stopped to look at this cover, Wally would be in the epicenter of this explosion back here, Steve. So I don't think this is meant to be Wally.
I don't
So-
know. I like the colors on that cover. I like the geometry and the design. I think that character in the center there looks like absolute garbage. I can draw better than that.
I like the trigonometry of the design, and I agree. Like the artist who's doing the interiors isn't. I mean, it looks like the same interior artist to me, which is very weird. Like coloring is very, very odd on the inside as well. It looks like it's digital, like meant for digital, not for print.
Mhm.
I'm not picking this book up, but I picked this book up because there's one left on the shelf at open. I'm like, man, I'll go ahead and grab it since it's a key. It's a Grazzetti cover, but I'm definitely reading this series. One of the top series out there right now.
Mhm.
But don't have anywhere in the house for it. There's no reason for me to collect the paper that it's printed on. Still holding strong as my read of the week also. I have not picked up anything other than my DC, and I've only read Berserker and Venom outside of DC, but this is light years above both of those books. This was super solid. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Cover of the week, though, goes easily to Catwoman. Dang. Legends of the Dark Knight, but I got that 1 in 25 to go with it for that
Oh,
first
look at that.
full appearance of quiz, and the collection remains intact. So that's all.
What are you getting tomorrow?
Oh man, I don't know. I thought I had it ready, but I don't.
Venom 200.
Yeah, that Gleason cover, because I have picked up all those webhead covers, which I really enjoy those.
Ultra
But,
Mega.
yes. Help me out.
Dude, Ultra Mega was so good. Oh.
I got this notebook, but I'm like months on the wrong page here. There's no going back. Yeah, the Berserker for sure, Ultra Mega, the Gleason cover of Venom.
I don't see anything else on my list that you would pick up.
Yeah, probably not. Is there an Immortal Hulk coming out? There's not, is there?
I don't think so.
No,
Didn't
I
it just
think
come out last week or the week before?
I think so. It's a really light week for me. I'm sure if I'll figure next week I've got like 15 titles.
Ooh.
The only physical I didn't pick up was that I wanted was Nightwing, and because I told myself I'm only going to get 3 and 3, and so Nightwing didn't make the list because of static. So
What is the 3 and 3 rule? Tell me that.
I'm only buying 3 books whenever I go in the store because I tend to buy too many books, and too many covers and stuff. So I figure if I put a hard limit on myself, hopefully that'll kind of straighten me out.
Nice.
Panda, what you get?
So I picked up all my stuff that I hadn't picked up at the LCS. So first on the list is Nice House on the Lake.
Oh,
Nice.
cover.
So this goes to my read of the week here, because I didn't get a chance to read it until this week. So, booyah! And then I got that Children of the Atom. It's all right. Geiger,
Fire.
yeah, that was good. Then 117 for the TMNT ongoing. I don't know
I
why I
want
can.
that cover, dude. I want that.
Really cool cover.
Yeah, it's a cool cover, but I don't know why I continue to
Don't
get
read
this
it.
series. It's just terrible. Got that Strange Academy. Got that Mighty Morphin number 8. And then I got that Suicide Squad number 4.
Awesome cover.
Yes, I love this cover. This cover was really good. And then just like Ryan, because of Ryan, actually, this was the only one left at my LCS. And so I was like,
nice.
you know what? Ryan was talking about it. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. So I got that Compass. Haven't read it yet, so I'm looking forward to it. And then Ice Cream Man, that Telethon. I like that cover. That's a really cool cover.
Yeah.
Then I got that. Yeah. Then I got that Berserker number 3, that shiny foil goodness.
Yep.
And then to end it with the Venom 200, which I dug out of my way and found my Venom 9.
You have 2 of those.
I have 2 raw copies and 1 graded at a 9.6.
Does that hurt just then, Panda?
Say what?
Does that hurt? Just flexing out of nowhere like that?
It didn't
Yeah, a
hurt his
little
shirt,
bit.
so he'll be all right.
Everything's still intact. It's all good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, Panda's got some nice stuff. Panda's got some nice stuff for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he'd let me in his house. I dropped him off for him. I wasn't allowed inside.
You were a vampire? I wish you'd let me in.
I wasn't allowed inside.
No, my wife works third shift, so if he would have walked in, my dogs would have gone crazy. The dogs would have woken up my wife. It was a whole thing. So
He doesn't like me.
yeah, one of these days when my wife is sleeping, not in my house, I'll let you in.
So after the divorce?
Yeah.
There's some lifestyle things we need to know about you, Panda.
No.
Whatever, guys, are relaxing. How's it going? So the one book that I'd say we all read, I think we should start with is Berserker number 3. Right? We've all read that. It's one of Boom Studios' biggest books right now. That Kent, Ron Garney, and Keanu Reeves. We got more backstory in this book. It just still a ton of action, but there's also a ton of stuff we're learning about the book. It just continues to just be phenomenal. It feels like the opposite of Firepower, where there's just action every single issue. Were you going to say that?
I was about to say it into the microphone if you didn't.
Okay. So, yeah. Exceptional read. I'm loving this book. What do you guys think?
I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good view on how he felt about being used that whole entire time, like how he's finally figuring it out, and asking who his real father is and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
The action was really good though. When it was happening, man, and that went by quick.
All right, I'm here.
This felt like a really quick read. Did anybody else feel like it was a quick read?
Probably not.
I felt the same way. He's like literally punching people's heads off.
Yeah.
He punched inside of one guy and just ripped straight through him and hits the other guy. Just explodes him.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
The action was awesome. I thought it was cool how they took a moment to, instead of like kind of telling the story and explaining some details in real time, they're taking advantage of like the past setting and letting a lot of it play out in there. Like where we kind of see like how limitless his rage is and how uncontrollable he is when he gets into that mode, and how just everyone around him, doesn't matter who it is, it's just like a switch, And then they kind of, when they flash forward for that brief moment, we just see him coming back from a mission, and they're on the radio like, we lost 4 people, and you see the body bags, and you're like thinking at first like, oh, I guess they died in the fight. Then Keanu is just like, my bad, they got too close to me. Like, just like, it's cool, man. Thought that was pretty cool. It was just a wild issue. And we kind of get the tease that he's not the only one in this issue as well.
Yeah, with that second lightning strike.
Yeah, with the wife being at odds with the husband, she went back to the cave. This time it's a red lightning strike.
Yeah, I was about to say it was a different color. So it's making me think whether or not it's another boy or another girl.
See, that's the first thing I thought. Watch this doctor be that person.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to study the answers about herself.
That
would be
cool.
Ryan, what do you think?
I don't have any opinion on it. I didn't read it.
I haven't read it since issue 1.
No. Yeah, all I read was issue 1. That was enough of a bad book for me to drop it.
Oh, man.
And I hear that this third issue was plagued with the same pacing issues as the first one, so
I thought it was paced well.
I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
No.
I don't feel like you're missing anything.
Not at all. If you just want a bloodthirsty, guilty pleasure book, that's all it is.
This is the one.
Yeah. It delivers on what it promised to be and nothing more.
Right?
Yeah. See, and that was the thing. I always hoped it would be more than what they promised. And
so if you're just wanting a quick, fun, mindless, just savage read, this is a good one. It's like Steve said, I mentioned it after we reviewed the first one. This is like my firepower, just a mindless read. Just it's fun.
It's a fun book. Absolutely fun book. The art has really, really grown on me. I disliked it heavily, a lot, in the first book. It has since definitely grown on me, just like the art in Firepower Game. It definitely fits the story. Every time I look at this guy that's supposed to be his dad, it looks like the guy from Game of Thrones who was also in Fast and Furious 7, I want to say. Gosh, what is the guy's name?
The Irish dude?
Relating it to series I don't watch.
Irish guy, yeah.
He's also in like some kind of insurance commercial or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who you're talking about.
The dude with the red beard, the really pointy red beard.
Oh, yeah. The one that the wildlings or whatever.
Yes. So what is his name?
Oh, okay, that
guy. They said he drank them.
He was in a Fast and the Furious movie.
From a giant.
That's what I was
not a rabbit hole I want to go down.
What is his name?
Tormund?
What?
Nick said Tormund.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's it. That is it. Tori, what's up, man? How's it going? I love reading this book in Keanu's voice. Yes. Ruby G, what is good, dude? Cowabunga fan.
So, like, the question I want to ask about this series is, do y'all think these books are going to be worth anything whenever this series comes out and stuff?
Oh, probably the higher numbered ratios and stuff like that. I don't see like regular covers like demanding stuff like something is killing the children or anything. You know what I mean?
Not unless it's signed.
Maybe like $10 books at best.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think, because anybody into comics knew this was a TV show before they even mentioned it, because they didn't want you to think it would be, but that's all it ever was in the first place. And so everybody bought it up like it's going to get optioned and it's going to sell like crazy. I'm just wondering, when the show launches, like, who in comic books is not going to have enough copies of this? Do you really think like regular people are going to be like, oh, I never knew anything about Berserker and now I want to drop $300 on a copy of it? Like, I just don't really see that being a thing. I feel like this,
the only cover that I can see going,
spec market's a little overhype on it.
Yeah, the only.
Oops. Oopsies.
Oh, you all right?
Yeah.
So, the only cover that I can see going up like even higher in price is that 1 in 1,000, right? Was it the $1,000 book?
Yes.
That was signed by Keanu Reeves and everything like that. That 9.8, the yellow label from CGC. That's the only book that I can see just like skyrocketing. But other than that, I don't see it really.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I'm wondering is like how many people are still speccing on this book, because I don't. There's too many copies in the wild for me to see much value coming out of it.
Yeah, but so is Spawn #1. You know what I mean?
Specking?
Like, yeah,
It starts next week.
Spawn Universe is coming out, and the movie's still in the works.
The same
what I hear.
just got optioned.
Yeah, Twitch and yeah. I heard about that.
Always Morphin time, bro. Always Morphin time.
But it is a testament to the book, Ryan. You heard how long it took us to review it. I mean, there's not much. It's just
23 minutes.
It's a good book, dude.
it just took us just a minute to say, yeah, it was cool. It was fun.
It serves its purpose. It's like Mark was saying about Kong vs. Godzilla. It's an entertaining book.
It is. It's very entertaining.
It doesn't.
It delivers, like I said, it gives it what it promised. It's Berserker.
It doesn't need to like be super layered or anything. It serves its purpose. Lots of action. It's given us a backstory.
Mm-hmm. And they added a whole new element that they introduced, like the guy behind the scenes now, who's like playing into, like they're answering to, where even the woman who's interviewing him and trying to break into his DNA, pretty much, she's like, yeah, this is pointless, and he's the one that points out, no, there might be another one, like in the stories, because the whole backstory is like him telling the story of him coming up. And I was even questioning for a minute, like, I wonder if he's remembering his story, or if it's just like fractured memories of something that, isn't necessarily him. But the whole blue eyes and then the red lightning thing kind of hammered down that it must be him with the blue eyes.
Yeah.
I want to know if Keanu's going to wear a suit or if he's actually going to try to get that big. Because they make him look like freaking Conan when he's on that horse.
Oh, I hope Keanu gets huge just for that role.
Natural.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude is ginormous.
Well, the cool thing with it is even as big as the dude is, he's still like doing stuff beyond his physical limits, So
Yeah.
he's empowered by a blue electrical pornographic god that we learned in issue 2. So he doesn't have to be physically big to do this off. When the eyes light up, it's go time.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like they're obviously like building. Oh, what's up, Dave? How's it going? They're building the Berserker up to where like the family is now like being the Ravagers, because like before they prayed to get the son to protect them from the Ravagers, and now they have a Ravager themselves. They're like so built up and like, okay, we must protect everyone, so now we're gonna go kill everyone that would even dare to think about it.
Yeah, now they're pillaging. You remember Crime Syndicate #1, Ryan, when it gave Ultraman's backstory, like him on the Kent farm, and his parents were really just actually horrible, and they were abusing the fact that he had these abilities. That's how his dad is now. His dad, who needed saving and needed help, has turned into that person. Oh, he's got the golden goose, so he's just going to they're going to protect themselves. Then they're going to poke the next tribe. Then they're going to go as far as they can to see what they can take. Like, he's just turned into a conqueror, and his son's getting wise to it, and his wife's hating him for it. So she went back to the cave where she prayed to the gods and did it again while Dad was away. And he saw it from afar, that whole lightning storm happen, but instead of it being blue. So I'm thinking it might be a different god that showed up this time.
Well, and like what's interesting is that like every time he goes and like basically kills the entire village by himself. He always asks his dad if that was good or not. You know what I mean? It's just like he does enjoy doing it, but also like I feel like he knows that he's being used. You know what I mean? I don't know. He's also still like in the head, but still kind of a child. You know what I mean? So, what's up, Dan? How's it going? Hope everyone is doing well. We're finishing up talking about Berserker #3 by Matt Kent, Ron Gurney, and Keanu Reeves. Still loving this book, enjoying it. The artwork has gotten a lot better. I even like the artwork that's like in the background of like these pages where like the panel, there's a panel there and then there's like a background to it. I like that. So, but yeah, I really get Tormund vibes by Berserker's dad. I don't know if you guys do. But
Oh yeah, that's exactly who I thought of. I didn't know his name though.
They need to get him as his dad, Keanu in this movie, and then I don't know.
Isn't that guy like way younger than Keanu?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Really good. Really, really good.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter since he's an immortal anyway. But
what do you think, Panda? You got anything you want to add?
No, it was just a fun read. I mean, it was quick, like I said. I mean, there really wasn't much to this issue, but it was really cool how they gave a couple backstories with him. Finding out he's being used as a tool and how he's struggling with that, that identity of being used as a tool versus being his own person, and then that whole like that interaction that he had with his mom. That whole interaction that he had with his mom, like, did you pray for a boy or did you pray for a weapon or whatever it was that she said? I thought that was like, okay.
That would be way more interesting, aggressively relaxing. If that's what it turns out to be, I'm like, oh man, I wish I had collected these.
What are they? How do you say that? You newts? A newt? I don't even know how you say that.
I don't know. What are we talking about?
That's the word in the book. They call me
the spelling.
Newt. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, look, it's Bart.
I don't know. But I'm excited to see where it goes here in the next issue. And maybe we'll get more of this girl. And the professor keeps asking more about, like, he trusts you. It's just as important. We need to find out all his tribal and geographical details again and place of origin. So, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff still to be learned for sure. So, but yeah, that ending, we had 4 that died. Sorry about that. They got too close to me. Oh, shoot. And is that pain pills that he's about to take at the end?
No, that's the medicine that's supposed to help him die or whatever.
Oh.
Now you have no volume, dude.
What?
Mark, he has no volume now. He's not muted. We can hear him talk, but it was like real quiet.
The party's
Or was
over.
that just me?
I don't know.
What about now?
Barely.
Oh, I can barely hear you.
Oh, see, I was right.
What about now?
Barely.
No.
How's it going?
You're like barely audible.
Yeah, we can't.
See, Tori's thinking with the right head. What's that?
It was 102 here today. Very, very hot in Kansas. Very, very hot.
Sucked.
I about died. Went outside. No, I didn't. You know what I mean. It's too hot in Kansas. Too hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah, catch a tornado out of there.
hilarious.
The expressway out.
Right.
Speaking of expressway out, I had Spangles again yesterday. And
Oh God.
and it turns out, my stomach does not like Spangles.
Not right now.
You know what though? We have someone else joining us. Justin!
Hey, it's an upgrade.
Oh,
What's up,
it's an
fellas?
upgrade.
What's up?
How y'all doing?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
It's
not
all
my
right, man.
Spangles giving me the poops.
I tell you what, I was thrown off with the 9:30 start time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so late. Yeah.
Yeah, usually it's like 10 o'clock my time when you guys start. So I was like, oh, dang, I missed 30 minutes of it.
Oh, no worries. No worries at all. Mark was just here. I don't know what happened, but he
I think he's fixing his audio problem.
that's it. We were just talking Berserker number 3. Did you get to read Berserker?
No, I haven't read past issue 1 on that one.
Did you pick it up though?
Yeah, I've got it. I just
Okay.
didn't pick it up. I just haven't read it yet.
We're still liking it, man. We're still liking it for sure.
Yeah, it's a fun read for what it is.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. I definitely plan to get caught up on it. I haven't read. I think the last thing I read was Something's Killing the Children, 16 and Stillwater 6. So like I haven't read probably a new comic book day book in almost a month now.
Oh,
dang.
Just been super busy. Like I got
forgot to mute.
all these to read plus what I picked up this week. So
Everyone is saying hi. Sam, the cover collector, said hey.
what's going on? What's going on?
Wheelchair Superhero 87 says
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Mark teleported back in here.
Boom.
Is it any better?
What's up?
Is it any better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Dustin.
What's up, man?
We touched
Oh,
it.
they touched tips.
That's it.
He's into that. I've noticed after that whack episode, he's into a lot more than he lets on. Right, Daddy?
Mega Daddy.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. So Dustin hasn't been reading any new comics for a while then.
Yeah, I picked up this week. I picked this one up. I'm looking forward to checking this out. Blood, Skulls, and Chrome. It's just a gnarly biker looking cover, so that was kind of right up my alley. And then Stillwater came out this week, so I'm definitely gonna read that one. But
Oh yeah, dude, I caught your IG earlier. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I
Oh,
caught
you're
your
good.
IG earlier. And you were talking about Sons of Anarchy, original Redwood, and I was just like, man, I've got to pick that up now.
yeah,
So I'm gonna look forward in a trade paperback or something, just so this way I can, instead of hunting down every single issue, I'm just gonna read it all straight through.
yeah. It took me probably 2 years to find all of them.
Yeah, and I can't wait 2 years to read the whole story, so I'm just gonna.
Right? I hear you.
You know,
It's good though.
I was talking to you earlier today about selling stuff, and Ryan was saying he needs to sell some stuff. You made a pretty good profit off that Something is Killing the Children lot, right?
Oh yeah, I did. No, I did. I put them up for sale, and
Wow, that was a
Dang, Steve,
Wow.
power
I
move, bro.
thought you were getting
Power
information out of him, and then you
dude.
just kick him out of the room when he tries to hand it over.
Power move, Steve.
Worst interrogator ever.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened, dude. Maybe
it's all a tactic.
his
It's all a
power must have
tactic.
went out or something. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's funny. Ryan and I were just talking about how Ryan says he needs to sell some books, and I don't know if you're going to sell your Something is Killing the Children books or not, but he made a killing no pun intended, off his law. So
Something is feeding
I
the
don't know.
children now.
no, I did not. Honestly, I bet his power went out or his internet went out. I have no idea what happened.
Be careful, Tyler. You and somebody else are going to get timed out again.
And that's that off. So
Chunk
sorry.
of the dice.
Oh shoot! All right, well let's.
I don't know about letting go of something that's killing the children yet, because I still enjoy that series. That's like something I was talking about the other day. Is like there's a lot of stuff that I've bought that like I enjoy the read, but it's not really strong enough that I'm ever gonna really go back and read it, you know. And so that's the kind of stuff I do want to get rid of because I'm probably never gonna read it again, you know. But something that's killing the children, I like having that because I'm still following that series.
Biggie timed out Lee today. I need to go back and watch the rest of that stream.
That was funny.
I know. I need to watch the rest of it. I caught the first like 20 minutes of it, and I was like, "Gee."
Long story short is they're all cool, and Biggie wants him to do some weird stuff with his face on genitalia. That's all that came out of it.
All I heard was genitalia.
Yeah, he keeps like indirectly asking them to do it.
Interesting. Let's get back to some comic books. What do you guys think of Venom 200?
I don't follow Venom, but I read it. It was all right.
Honestly, I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
It
It
was,
wasn't read of the week, but it was good.
yeah, it was overall a solid book. Again, like I said, I don't read Venom, so I've read like sporadic issues, and I read this one, and on its own, like it is a well self-contained issue. Like I didn't feel lost reading it at all, you know. And it told a decent story to setting up where everything is post King in Black and kind of steers it in a direction where I'm guessing it's supposed to go. I thought that they did some stupid stuff with Spider-Man in this issue. They felt like they had to put him in the book, so they dumbed him down since it's a Venom book. And I don't get the direction that they're going in with Venom, but they're going in it. They're really leaning into it, and it's very odd.
Mm-hmm.
Really odd. You're talking about the Dylan thing, right?
No, I can get on board with the Dylan thing. I think that's all right. Them aging Eddie up to Old Man Logan and him being present everywhere. Like I understand his consciousness or being able to see through the eyes of other symbiotes, but he's physically able to be anywhere he wants to be, not just as a symbiote avatar, but lower the avatar and there's Old Man Eddie. Like the human being is here and the human being is there. Like the human being is omnipresent. Null wasn't that. So where did that come from? And if he's able to astral project like this or move his consciousness and his physical body in multiple places at once, why is it still broke down with a cane? Like the book itself shows us that a symbiote bonding with you can save you from getting shot in the heart. So I understand his mind's wore out, but why is his body wore out if he's wearing a symbiote? It would just be walking for him. So there's little inconsistencies like that really, I guess, don't matter. The point was just to show us that he's ragged out and to let Dylan go for a spin. It's a total Batman Beyond and Old Man Bruce scenario. So I'm expecting that's pretty cool. There's some. I'm sorry, I'll ramble forever.
I was just gonna say I was expecting like one story from Kate's in there, and like several other stories from everyone else, but it's just literally the entire story is like Kate's from beginning to end, and it's following King in Black, and obviously Dylan becomes Venom at the end, and they're also like trying to build up the fact that like Dylan is like he's a troubled child and he likes fighting, which I don't really remember that being a thing really before this issue. So I don't know that was intended. Obviously it was intended. I don't know. And Sleeper's in this issue, but they make the symbiote that Eddie has turn into a dog. It
turns into a dog and then a giant monster. It turns into all kinds of things in this issue.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a good, fun read, but there was definitely some inconsistencies.
That made me wonder. You know that first appearance of Dylan that y'all have? It's got a dog on the cover. Is that a symbiote or is that like Michael Vick's dog? I mean, what is the deal with that cover?
This one?
Yeah. Who is that?
I have no idea.
Never read it.
not open this up to check it. It got pressed and cleaned, and I was just like, you know what?
No,
I'll read
I
the
didn't read
trade.
that either. Panda, what do you think?
All right, tell him night.
So, Mark was talking about some of the inconsistency. Good night. Good night.
Where's your chick?
Chick. Oh, chick. Oh, chick.
All right, come on, let's go tell Bubba good night.
All right, Panda, let's hear it.
Huh. I just turned into my dad for a second.
Sorry.
Like, I was talking to one of my kids.
Yeah,
when,
that was all me, Nick.
Good job.
What's it called? Yeah. So, like when my dad was on the farm and stuff like that, that's how he would call all the chicks and stuff.
Yeah, she came running up like instead of reaching out to give me a hug, she's so excited that her arms like contort. She's running up like this. You can't help it. You just melt. Like, come here. Night. Yeah, the dogs, man. The dogs. What's with the dogs?
No idea.
So,
but with Venom being, or Eddie now being omnipresent or whatever, when Sleeper tells him like, "Hey, Spider-Man called," and Eddie acts surprised, like, "Why didn't you let me know? Like, shouldn't you have already known? Like, isn't that the whole point? Like, he would have already known, right?"
True.
now who and what is Sleeper? Because I thought it was weird for there to be a symbiote cat sitting there. I mean, I get like if they're like trying, because they established that there's a bunch of symbiotes on Earth now, especially post King in Black, and they don't want to be found out. But the cat acts like an internet cat. Like it sits there and looks at him and pushes the phone down onto the ground.
So Sleeper is a symbiote cat. Yes, it's like a tiger thing, but it can also turn into like a humanoid symbiote, and it was in Venom first host, and its first appearance is in issue 3.
Mm.
So it's a whole nother thing, dude. It's piloted by like a dead guy.
Ryan, you nailed it.
So I don't know. It's weird.
You go to space, they say that there are multiple dimensions. Eddie is existing in multiple places, multiple universes, multiple dimensions all at once. And this book establishes that Noel's coming back and he's coming for us. It establishes a bunch of stuff.
He's back.
Okay, I'm here.
What happened?
I don't want to say, but I stepped on the damn power supply that everything's hooked up to, and
the little switch. You hit the little light switch.
yeah.
Oh,
Rookie
nice.
mistake.
You were literally in the middle of a sentence, and it happened.
Yeah.
Well, we've been sitting here quiet.
That was.
Oh, he made a killing on something that's killing the children. Made a good profit on it.
Oh,
Yeah. It sold. The whole set sold in like a couple of hours. All the raw books. I had every issue, all the raws. I had like 7 slabs. So everything except for a cover of #1. I never had that one, but yeah, I did pretty well on it. Hated to see them go, but
when you're topping off your truck, I bet it doesn't hurt.
oh hell yeah, it does. That thing cost so much money to fill up.
I'm
Driving
talking
down the
You don't
walking
miss
outside and
those
looking
books,
at it
you
though.
know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth it for sure.
You look at those and be like, thank you, Tynan. And just hop in that truck and fire it up.
Right?
You told me you're like 120 into it, plus the CGC fees and all that stuff. I'm assuming.
No, that's with the CGC
That's
fee.
with the CGC fees.
Would you steal half of them?
No, I mean I whenever most of them were coming out, I was getting like at cost at my shop, at my old shop. So I was getting the issues at their cost.
Wow.
Nice.
You didn't hear that from me.
Nick told us.
Yeah, I mean I helped him out with a lot of stuff and when they first started bringing books in and with helping them like what to order, what not to order, what to order more of, because they only had like 6 titles on the shelf when I came in, and it was, I forget what it was, but it was stuff like nobody was buying, and I was like, dude, you need help. Like these are not the books people are going to come to buy. Like, and so I like went through the catalog with him and was like, you need to order these, bring these in, and it didn't take long. Like he had a pretty good amount of people in there with pull lists and stuff, so he gave me the hookup.
Nice.
What did you get, Dustin? You don't say it?
Oh, I got a 08 F250.
Oh.
Friggin' Ford.
Dropped.
No.
The thing is so low,
Dude, it's touching the ground.
touching the ground.
Mm-mm. You can't touch the ground on 33s. Come on now.
I feel like you pulled it off somehow.
Dude, that video is killing for you, man.
Like cut out the wheel wells.
I saw Cheech Marin riding shotgun in it.
That video is killing it for you, though, man. You got 2,700 views right now on that video.
Oh, really? Holy crap.
Wow.
Nice. I looked at it. I looked at it yesterday, I think, because there was a lot of comments. I was answering comments and stuff. I didn't realize it got up that far. That's cool. Right on.
Hydraulics. Yeah.
Putting switches on it day one.
Bags.
No, not even a chance.
I saw a guy on one of those lowrider bicycles the other day. He was literally like, yeah, one of those lowrider bicycles.
I want one. I've always wanted
Out
one.
of chains.
I can see you. I can see you doing it, Panda. I can see you on
I
it, bro.
can see you doing it, doing your jorts and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll wear high socks with the jorts too.
Low top Converse.
Oh yeah.
There's like a Mexican restaurant.
Button on the button up.
Yeah, just the one button. Everything else is open.
Yeah.
I've got a wife beater underneath.
Yes.
And I've got the gold chain hanging around.
Yes, absolutely. You got the
The one teardrop.
the one teardrop. Tattoo. Yeah.
I've already got the shaved head. I'm good.
There you go.
There's a Mexican restaurant on the corner down here by me. And
Whoa! We didn't say anything about that being Mexican. Whoa! You're just jumping to
Hold up.
conclusions, Ryan.
No, I didn't say you said anything. But on Sunday mornings, they have a church in that parking lot. Like they just like chill to like have church and stuff, right? And then on Sunday evenings, they have like a lowrider show, and like all these people come with like lowriders in the parking lot. Like they just like space out, and everybody comes out. They have all those lowrider bicycles and stuff. Like they just have a good time, like every Sunday evening.
Dustin, showing up to the next one, right?
Oh yeah.
As long as there's not speed bumps in the parking lot, he'll be there.
What is that? What you got there?
Oh, you mean?
Yeah, why don't you show those up?
Those are comic books, Steve.
It's just stuff I picked up today.
Yeah, let's see it.
I went to my little honey hole spot today because I hadn't been over there in a long time, and it'll be a while before I get back over there too. When I tell y'all he hooks me up, it make y'all sick when I tell you how much I pay for this stuff. All right,
Well, go ahead. We're
so
ready.
got is a lot of Mirage Studios Turtles Volume 1. So you got 19,
Give me.
$2.
20,
$2.
23,
$150.
and half of these were in Mylars. 25. One of my favorite
$275.
covers.
I love that cover.
Yeah. One of the worst covers. I think this is like 36.
Yeah, what is that
35.
monstrosity on there?
Yeah, and
That is
like they have the blue one that's in this same art form. It's horrible.
Mm-hmm. I don't like
37,
I have that one.
42,
Yeah, you bought that at my LCS.
I did.
30 or 43. That's an awesome cover. I like that one.
Mhm.
40. It's hard to see. 44. Another weird cover. Now we're gonna get into a couple good ones. 46.
There you go.
47. I don't know if y'all have looked at this one lately. This is that Space Usagi book. It's going like almost $200 raw.
Dang.
Yeah. 52, 56, cool Karai cover. 57, Karai and Leo cover. That one's like super clean.
What are they doing to each other?
I don't know, but I love the colors on it though. Like it's got a couple spine ticks, but the colors, all that vibrant coloring that I love. 61, the second to last issue. I already had the last issue, and it's a 9/8 candid. I might actually send it off. Tales of TMNT issue number 6. First appearance of Leatherhead. This is like a $40 book.
Thank you, Dave.
Wow.
Thank you, Dave.
Weird cover.
I'll pay for his lunch next week with that money.
Right?
Is it computer generated or is that drawn on that cover?
I don't think it's hard to
It
tell.
looks like
Dude,
it looks all CGI. Oh
I
no, yeah,
gave
it looks kind of drawn.
a copy of Tales of the TMNT number 1 back when it was like worth like nothing, and that book is like way high now.
Yeah. I had one in my hand today, but I passed on it because I got all these instead. Raphael Martial Arts,
Nice.
Leonardo. So now I have all 4 Turtles Martial Arts
Nice.
training manuals. So considering there's a book in here worth anywhere from $175 to $200, and another book worth anywhere from $35 to $40, and the fact that I paid less than $100 for everything in here. Plus, I got in that less than $100, I got this Chaos Comics Mankind.
Hey.
Hashtag sock pucker gate.
Hashtag sock pucker gate hard. Second print of the first appearance of J.
Nice.
Comics.
Oh,
I have the first
nice.
printing signed by both of these guys, so I was like, I got to pick up that one. And then I just got some Barry Windsor Smith Weapon X covers that I saw up there out of the dollar bins. He pretty much gave me these for free, so.
Oh, that's
But-
a cool looking one.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, considering turtle prices, and like I said, those 2 in here are worth every bit of like over $200. And then I mean, I've got like 22 books here. Paid less than $100 for everything. That guy, Dave, is my main man. That's all I'm gonna say.
that's awesome.
Nice.
And now I'm 13 books away from finishing my Mirage Volume 1.
Holy cow.
Jeez.
No big books left. I mean, literally everything I'm missing is like late teens and in the 20s. So like nothing big is left. I've got all the majority of it, outside of some of the second prints that are just stupid, crazy, but not worried about those yet.
Nice pull, man. Nice pull. Is that going up on the channel?
Yeah. We'll call this a Burke Fam exclusive first look.
There we go. There we go. We were talking about Venom 200. I know you said you didn't read anything, but thoughts on Dylan taking over? Well, not taking over. Dylan becoming Venom along with Eddie being Venom.
Yeah, I mean, from the talks that we had last year, so many weeks in a row talking about Venom, I think the majority of us saw it coming. We all kind of jumped on Venom. I know the 3 of us here on the top, we all jumped on Venom about the same time. I don't know if Ryan, were you reading it or no? So maybe it was just me and Steve were reading it about
I
the
thought
same
Panda
time.
was reading it.
Oh, I was reading it.
Panda was here?
No, not then. When you guys were first doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But I was
so
reading
we
Venom,
started about
and we
the
were
same
talking
time.
about
We kind of had the feeling that like that was going to be where it moved to. So honestly, you won't hear me say it much, but I applaud Kate for actually doing something that kind of finished up a story and made it, something that made sense a little bit. I mean, to me, that was the best story he's finished so far. I mean, a lot of his stuff has kind of been like get you all pumped up and nothing happens. At least got everybody pumped up about Dylan, and he let everybody kind of downplay it for a little while, and then here you go, I'm gonna give it to you. So
Pump them back up.
I don't know how they kept that under wraps, man. I have no idea how no one knew about that until.
well, they only kept
Yeah,
it
I'm
under
really
wraps
surprised.
until you heard about it.
Okay, so I heard about it. What chat was that in? It was in.
It was
Was it
Tuesday
the
morning. I
Forgotten-
know that
Was it in
much.
the Forgotten chat, or was it in the?
It wasn't in ours.
It was in one of the. Okay, so it was in the community. It was one of VK. VK was saying that Venom 9 was going up, and so I looked it up, and I was like, "Yeah, he's right." And then someone said something about
JC and VK were talking about it.
yeah, and so someone said something about economics and comics having a video on it. I went and looked, and he had posted one on Monday night, and it already had 1,200 views. And he talked about it. He didn't show any pictures, nothing. He just talked about it. And so I was talking to someone that's a Venom fan, and he's like, "Yeah, I already picked up my book." And I'm like, "Can I get that picture?" And he took a couple of them for me, and then I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go live with this stuff here." And that live stream did pretty well for me. Did pretty well. So
Right
yeah,
on.
I agree. He definitely made us think that it was going to happen, and then it wasn't going to happen, and then we're all kind of just shocked. I mean, shocked but not shocked that it actually did happen. It definitely finished better than a lot of his books. Not as good as God Country finished, but I think it finished better than the King in Black story. Like, it was a good follow-up to that. It wasn't, like we said, it wasn't award-winning or anything. There were some plot holes in there, but it was still a fun read, is what I'd say. So I don't know if Mark has anything he wants to add to that.
No.
Panda, you got anything you want to add to that, bro?
No.
I said my piece on it.
Panda's got
Yeah.
a billion copies of that, so he's doing pretty well.
A billion copies of what now?
Venom 9.
It's all going
I've
toward
got like
his lowrider
3.
bike.
Right? Somebody's got to
Yeah,
knock
but
it
when
out.
they're worth like $1,000 each, that's like 2 lowrider bikes, bro.
Man, I need my wheels spinning. Like, when I stop, they need to still be spinning. This is gonna go back to the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be bling bling everywhere I go.
There.
Yeah, it gets.
Yeah, I think I jumped on at 25. So
Yep. That's when we jumped on. You're right. Yeah, because it kind of picked up right after Absolute Carnage.
yeah,
Oh, I was reading before you guys then, because I walked in with Venom Island.
See,
Okay.
that was 25.
Oh, Venom Island was 25.
it finished
Oh,
with
yeah,
like
isn't that the one where Dustin was like talking about a Venom dinosaur and stuff?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember that night. He was like telling the story. I was like, what is even going on right now?
Yeah.
He kind of been saying that all night tonight. I was talking to my friend Mike V, who's him and I were talking about Venom. We did a whole stream on Dylan one night, and he didn't know about it yet, and so he went out and he bought a 9.6, and then 10 minutes later he bought a 9.8 at the same time. So he was like, "Yeah, I got." He had some FOMO for sure, because he wanted to try to get those books before they went really high, and right now, like last I looked, they were going for 400. I'll check real quick.
It's crazy. Something so
Is our,
small.
Venom 200, which is this book, but we got the Clayton Crane cover. Panda and I did, and along with a whole bunch of others. It's not going to be here in time for the Crane signing next week.
They got you.
So
Gotcha, bitch.
It's not past midnight yet.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I forget.
It's fine. That sucks. Though. I was really, really hoping to get it before then so I could get it signed and graded.
Yeah, exactly. I know Steve and I were talking, like, I really hope they come out with it, within the next week or so.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'd
What
have
is he charging? What is it costing to get him to sign something and get it graded?
It's expensive as all get out, dude. It's like $100 just to get a regular one color signature plus CGC. $100.
Yeah, and plus we know we go for the big boy murder sig.
So
Infinity murder sig.
I think the Infinity Murder sig is going to be about like $175.
No,
So it's $100 to get him to sign it and get it graded. That's not too bad. I might send one of y'all a book then.
that's horrible compared to last year.
Was he more last year?
No, way
It was 90
cheaper.
last year, and then like 110 for the Infinity. I think Infinity's gonna be 130 or 150 this year.
Dude, I didn't pay near that last year. I paid I got, I think, 5 books signed, and one of them got remarked, and then I submitted 3 of them through the shop instead of through him, and paid like $30 a book for submission, and I only paid I think I paid $60 total to Clayton Crane for 5 signatures and an art print included. It was super cheap, man.
Yeah, I remember when he came to Atlanta. He's the first person I ever got to sign a book, and I got him to sign that Scorpion Comics Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 40, where Tommy, the White Ranger, out in front of that one. I got him to sign that. It cost me $5. He signed it in the orange to match the printed signature. It cost me $5, but it wasn't a CGC, thing or anything. He was just him there. So
I remember
he wasn't as popular in 2019.
I remember last year was like $20 for the first signature, and then you can get $5 a signature after, I believe is what he was doing.
That's not what he was doing at ours, man.
Mhm.
We were at the end of the tour, and so he's like, okay, I need to capitalize on this. It was $10.
Probably looked at the crowd. He's like, oh man, there's not that many. I'm about to take all their money.
And it's true though. There wasn't that very big of a crowd in Kansas.
We had a lot of books though. He was the whole time.
Is he coming back to Georgia? Is he getting close to us again, Mark?
No.
I was on vacation whenever he was here. See, I was on vacation when he came last year, and I got my weeks messed up because I was gonna go. I want to get that Miles Morales cover.
Just buy Steve's. He tries to sell it.
I'm gonna send it to CBCF.
Just sell it to Dustin. You don't have to worry about it.
No.
I already got one. I just want mine to be signed and slab, though.
All right, just trade with Dustin. Fair trade.
Mine's a virgin, and I got it signed in red.
None of that matters. Just trade.
Mine's a virgin. I can sign it for you in red or
Boom.
whatever you like.
Will you murder signature it, sign it, then shoot it or something?
Oh, I could definitely do that. We could whack it up. I could whack that comic.
Panda's gonna get his Power Rangers TMNT Crane signed next
Which
week.
one was that?
Yeah. I got to get it out.
Now this is the time of a conversation. I just like to hold books up.
I feel bad for Ryan. We're over here discussing all these books he hasn't read. Now we're talking signatures. My bad, bro. We'll get to Nightwing 81 here in a couple minutes. We'll get there in a couple minutes.
I got a new signature.
I mean, I was hearing Clayton Crane because that was one of the first artists that really caught my eye, even before y'all ever talked about him.
Clayton Crane is an amazing artist.
Yeah, he did a whole run on Rye. Him and Matt Kent that just absolutely slayed.
I've got his entire
his detailed artwork on interiors. That story was so good.
It's like his Ghost Rider run. He did the interiors. I've got them right here, and
yeah,
it was. He did a couple of Ghost Rider runs, but this Trail of Tears series was really good.
Ryan hates it here. Oh shit! Yeah, I'm only gonna get a couple regular signatures and then one. It's that Wolverine 8 Black Light cover, where it's the Hulk 340 homage. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm not talking to him anymore until he grows back his hair.
Okay.
Oh, I found the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger issue that we were talking about, the one with Crane.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember that one.
Yeah,
I think that was.
But it's sitting at a 9.6.
Dude,
I'm gonna crack it. I'm gonna crack it this weekend.
Don't. They're gonna crack it. They can crack it there for you. They said it on the live stream I sent you. They can crack at the signings.
You know,
but I don't want them to know that it was a 9.6 though.
I bet Lee and Tyler have got some awesome whack hacks for cracking a slab. You could probably help
and I agree with you about not letting them know what it is ahead of time.
Yeah, what if it comes back in 9.8?
Just crack it ahead of time. If you trust yourself or know somebody, and here you go, Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
I was working at my LCS when this came out back in the day, and oops, looks like he signed it.
Nice.
And don't forget that he did do the retailer exclusive for number 1 also. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
So I made sure to take those.
I've got it signed by Garth Ennis, and then I've also got there's another cover for that book that you don't have that I do have,
That's the cover.
That I don't have. That I don't have.
or that you didn't show. Let me.
No, I just pulled out the Crane ones. Those are the only two that Crane did for number one. If you're not counting the director's cut of this one, where you can see like the digital blue and
That's the
everything.
one I have.
Yeah, I've got it too. I also have the the 1 and something ratio with the all gray black background with him just flying through the air at you. Yeah, I've got this. Yeah, I've got this whole run, like all the covers.
Yeah, we got all of them then. Yeah,
That's the first introduction. Yeah, that was the first introduction of Clayton Crane I ever had. It was the second series he ever touched at Marvel, and he did 100% of the interiors. I'm like, what is this? And that's really where they touched on the whole like him being an angel more than a demon thing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Crane messed up my Infinity signature, so he remarked it for free on this one. That's that Detective 1000.
That's the one that I messed up because I.
All right, now it's time to break some Power Ranger heart.
Don't even do it, Panda. I don't care. God, I want that book, Panda. And I want that bookmark.
There's that Draken sign.
I have that in the
That White Ranger one you're talking about. But do you have the Boston Con exclusive? What is it, limited to 100 copies, I think?
It's turning it into a pissing match.
Oh, it's double signed? This is my pride and joy. That's my only JDF signature. Yeah, but this is a fun pissing surprise.
I love that's the book. I cannot believe you got that for $200.
Stole it.
You did.
Yeah, and then Finn's got the print to match in his room that I got bought in a Crane signed it to Finn.
Justin is wacky ugly.
That's probably my favorite Crane cover.
Yes,
absolutely.
I just got one from Tyler. That's what he was talking about.
The only Crane Power Ranger I'm missing in a signed 9.8 is the Jason Scott one that he did, and that's just because I'm picky and I don't want to buy one and wait to get it signed.
With the gold Zeo on the cover too.
Yeah,
I got that blind box exclusive number 40 signed by or no, not number 40. I think it's number 30 signed by JDF. But he messed up the signature. He didn't even fix it. Like he wasn't fixing it. I was just like, if you weren't so good at karate, I'd just slap the hell out of you. But
no, I've got the Jason Scott one. I have a box that's been sitting here from CGC for about 3 months now. I've had it. It's got 19 Power Ranger books that I got back that haven't even opened it.
Why have you not opened it?
Numerous reasons.
None that are making sense right now.
it may or might not have been stolen.
Well, no, the majority of them are Bart's, and because I get stuff and submit. So that Crane book is his. You know, I've got it here, but it's not mine. Like at this point, there's 3 copies of this book in my house. Only one of them is mine. Bart keeps buying them until he buys one, then finds another. Do look at Steve.
I'll never get over that night he stole it from me.
Yeah, Bart ended up on the same auction as Steve, and Bart's got that Oprah money.
He was getting that book regardless of whatever I was putting in it.
Whatever anyone was putting in there, he decided to get it. You know what? He bought this one. Like he knew I was looking for it, and I was at work, and he sent me a message to let me know that he found one about to end, and I didn't respond, so he just bought it and just messaged me and let me know it's on the way. And just if I want it, to shoot him the money. If not, he'll keep it. And of course, I shot him the money. And it's ridiculous how cheap I got this book for.
That's it, Steve. We're both buying the Comics Pro editions this week. I'm tired of this. We used to be the top dogs in this chat when it came to Power Rangers books.
You and I were talking about this.
I keep Comics Pro money as well, but that's a picky one to try to buy.
Me and Steve were talking about it earlier.
We were.
I look it up about once a week to see if there's one that I want.
There's either not one there or it's like touching $1,000 now.
I think the one that I saw last week, someone had listed for $1,496. I'm like, man, get out of here.
There's one on there right now that is $600. But you have to. It's going to be shipped to you from Great Britain now.
Oh no!
So, I'm not about that. I'm not doing
that
that.
life. No.
No.
Is it free shipping?
No. And there's another one that's 9.8, $14,779.
There it is. It's 14,000. I thought it was 1,400.
Yeah, somebody added an extra number in there.
That's a typo. No, I'm just kidding. Ugh.
There's another one at 750.
At this point, if they would just go back down to 3, I would probably just pick one up.
Yeah.
That's
But
what I was
that
telling him
would
earlier.
have
Like,
to
I
be in
wish I
my
would have
age.
bought one last year or the year before when they were like around $400, $500 for a 9.8.
Yep. I'd pay $500 for a 9.8.
Oh yeah,
I
twice.
don't know. I would have a hard time doing it just because it's like, what's going to happen like 2 years from if the series keeps playing out like it is right now? Like it should go down because the series has been so weak lately. You know, it should be losing people's interest. You know, that sounds bad, but the more people that lose interest, the more people that will be buying it.
But I think as limited as that book is, I think that
71
one,
copies.
yeah,
It's
gonna be,
less than 200 copies.
it's going to be super hard to get that one to come down a whole lot. But
I'm glad I have the San Diego Comic-Con.
yeah, I want that one. The New York Comic Con. I want number 9. Like, there's a few I want.
Oh yeah, I busted out that number 9 just for you right there.
I see. I got like 4 Raws, and every time I buy one, like it's got a little thing on it here and there. I'm gonna throw them all in a pre-screen with a bunch of other stuff eventually and see if something pops. But
Do it.
it's just like I don't know.
Do it. Let's get back to reviewing some comics. Ryan's been sitting here for an hour waiting to review a comic.
Y'all really more worried about me than I am of y'all.
Let's review Nightwing 81, which Nightwing, in my opinion, I mean, of course, I'm going to say this. I think it's the best book on DC's line right now.
It's good. It's good, but
It's
you don't
really
read
good, but-
he's line.
I'm not reading Action Comics, which I'm sure is your favorite book.
Action Comics definitely better. It's not my favorite, but there's a DC is so strong right now, dude. This is nowhere near its top book. Like Swamp Thing's better.
Like,
than
it's not
this.
crapping on
God's
Nightwing,
better
like-
than this.
Cream of the crop is still cream of the crop, man.
That was an epic read.
That's better than this so far.
I haven't even read this
Yeah,
yet. Like,
Supergirl,
y'all know I am like
Suicide
Tynan
Squad,
biggest
Swamp Thing.
fangirl. Like
Who said 12?
Like, Tynan fangirl to the T, and I still haven't read it yet. Like
I
feel
need to
so
read
bad.
that. Too.
You're going to be pleasantly surprised, even with high expectations.
Yes, I was when I read it today.
I've still got Geiger number 1 in here that I haven't read. Like, that's how far back I am.
Even David was like, nope.
Nightwing is so good. So good. Okay. All right. So let's talk about that. Like I said, best book in DC's on, in my opinion. In this book, we got the first full appearance of the Heartless. And we also get a super, super big reveal at the end that I was not prepared for. I was not ready. I knew there was going to be a big reveal. I didn't know what it was. That reveal at the end, spoiler alert here, I'll give you 5 seconds before I say what it is. Nightwing has a sister.
Or so she
Oh,
says.
it was late.
You think they're going to just play with us here with that?
How could?
Is
How
it
could
Bane's daughter's cousin?
Yes. How'd you know? How'd you know? Dang.
I feel you, Carlito. I feel you. Ryan, what'd you think of Nightwing?
I enjoyed it. I think it's really cool. Like, I have no real opinion on that big reveal at the end, you know. And that's not saying like I do or don't like it. Just like it depends on where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dick Grayson's been a great character because of his sense of like individuality. Because he didn't grow up with anybody. It was just him and Bruce, you know. So that's a fundamental part of his character. At the same time, I'm really excited that the way Tom Taylor is building this out, like we got Heartless now, who definitely seems like a stick around kind of villain. And with Melinda being part of the mob and everything, which is something that Dick Grayson's always dealt in, it really feels like they're finally taking him out of Batman's shadow and they're really going to just like cement him into Bloodhaven and really make him into his own character in his own world. You know, I think it'd be really cool if they send Tim Drake to live with them and like they kind of become, you know, Batman and Robin of Bloodhaven. You know, I think that would be a really cool way to build all that out of. You know,
I've loved Tim Drake in this book. Loved having Robin in this book. Great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were both really cool characters. I like the way Tom Taylor's writing them.
Bitewing.
And that IKEA furniture scene, so good. Oh, I love that.
I forgot about that one. No, I need to look.
Whenever he like cuts the glass and they give you like the little IKEA instructions across the bottom.
Mhm.
He like takes the one and sticks it and then
When he took the two batons to the glass
yes.
window.
Yes.
I thought
Just
that
like the
I
other
never
one,
bought IKEA, but it looked like the little airplane pamphlets.
Dude,
You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking of. I don't have
I've been on the
IKEA.
plane, so
Yeah. You deal with furniture. I've flown on a plane.
The art in these books is just different than anything else you'd see. Like the panels, like there was that one where it's like slowly changing costumes and whatnot, but he's still doing the same flips and whatnot. Like it's just everything they do in this book is completely different than you'd see in any other book, and it's exceptional.
It's pretty good. The art,
Mhm.
the art. I'm not as big of a fan of the art style as I am of the way that they just work the art through the panels. Did he just crack that slab live on the show? My guy. We didn't even realize the panda's been over there cracking the slab.
Yeah, I just cracked the slab.
Nice.
Wow.
It's still inside the inner well. It's good.
Yeah.
Here's the panel we were talking about.
yeah, that top row right there where it's
And Oracle's in this book too.
Mhm.
mm-hmm. I love whenever like Heartless comes at him. He like goes to punch, he like dodges back and then he drops down and like flips over him and grabs him by the neck and like tries to pull him back and he just like flips him back over. Like, man, this is well done action scenes.
I want to know how much of that is Tom Taylor versus just the artist, because it just, like I said, ever since he took over in '78, it's a new standard. But it's just better. And
Well, it's very
Dan Jurgens writing. I thought he was great, but this is on another level.
it's very Matt Fraction, David Aja, Hawkeye. Like it has a lot of the same vibes and tones to it. Which is really cool. That was another amazing run of a character, you know. So it's really cool that they're kind of like playing with that and then just like kind of doing it in their own way as well. So I'm really enjoying this book. It's really good.
You don't think it's DC's best book?
What?
Mm-mm.
No.
You'd say, what would you say is better? Suicide Squad is really good.
Suicide Squad, Swamp Thing, Supergirl, Nice House on the Lake. Nightwing is like
Okay,
easily
hold on.
like the
Stranger
fourth or fifth book.
Nice House on the Lake-
has been better. Action Comics has been better. Like this
Oh,
is
Action
great.
Comics is-
This is a great book, Steve. We're not downplaying Nightwing.
Yeah.
All these other books are phenomenal,
Nice House
Yeah.
on the Lake is one issue. So
and it's already
no, it's not.
proven
Just take
itself.
no, it's a great read. Yes, you cannot say that series is better when it's been one issue.
bro. And
No,
one
that's
issue
fine. I would totally
already
throw that out because I'm not on the same hype train as everybody else. I thought it was a really good issue, but it's still just a first issue. So I'm with you. We can throw that out. But Swamp Thing is 4 issues deep. Suicide Squad is 4 issues deep. Action Comics is like 5 issues deep. You know, there's a lot of
Justice League Dark,
Supergirl's
the
first issue is
backup-
incredibly
The
strong.
backup story to Justice League, I would be more hyped to read on a regular basis than Nightwing. Justice League Dark is phenomenal.
I haven't been
Yeah.
reading the backup story in Justice League. If that tells you what I think about Justice League,
It just tells us you don't like to read. We get it. It's okay.
Oh.
Everybody does. Dude, if you're going to pick up Justice League and only read one of the 2 stories, read Dark. Don't read the front one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ron V is
The
on
point
his-
is, like, we're not saying Nightwing's bad. Like, we love
No, it's-
Nightwing.
It's
It's
fantastic.
just like, I mean, that's a lot of competition, dude. Like, DC is crushing it right now.
they are.
They're putting out like at least five extremely solid books right now.
a week.
I mean, 6 months ago they weren't hardly doing nothing, and
They were
6
only
months from
doing
now,
Death
it
Metal.
might all fall apart. You know, like I'm not saying this is forever, but right now they are putting out some fire.
Yeah, we didn't even mention Batman, Superman, and how original and just mind warping that is every single issue.
Yes.
And completely different from the one before.
And like it's as creative in its storytelling as Nightwing is, like with all the little like sidebars and stuff like that. Like Batman, Superman doing that
I would
too.
put Nightwing in a little subcategory of good books with Josh Williamson's Robin. It is a well-written book. It plays well to the stories. They get the characters right. I'm interested to see where it's going, but it's still just I don't know. It's standard to what you expect for it.
Oh my god, Mark Spector down there. That's fine. Like I know people are gonna like it better than Suicide Squad.
I read issue 1 and I didn't like it.
Of what, Swamp Thing?
Mm-hmm.
You should
I'm gonna
get
have to refer to Mark on that one then.
Yeah, you're in the story, Steve.
I'm not a Swamp Thing guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not. So.
Mr. Miracle. Ooh, nice. What is
I have
that?
no idea
hardback?
what's going on.
Something
It's,
to Kill the Children comes out next week.
It does.
17. Next week's a big week. I was just looking at the list.
I think I have 4 books next week, so it's one of my bigger weeks of the month.
You want to hear my list? Oh, yeah. See, mine's not as big as that.
I like to read. You got to keep in mind, there's 15 books on this list, and I don't participate in spec market or reselling. I just like to read, man.
Yep. I got like 14, 15 books on mine as well.
Is that
Some of those are just digital reads for me, though. You know, I am trying to balance that out a little bit. The more I can, the better.
How's the new Mr. Miracle run so far, issue 1? Because like I'm reading this, Nick was raving about it. I'm 2 issues in, and I have no clue what's going on, which is what I was told is supposed to happen. But
okay, that's the Tom King run. Holy crap! Buckle up, bro. You're gonna love it by the end, I promise. All right, this whole little thing that he does about like starting these like books that are meant to like you're supposed to go on the journey with
You're about
the
to get
characters.
kicked out, Mark.
Yeah, you're supposed to go on the journey with the characters where you have as much understanding as the characters do. You don't have any extra as the reader. That was like him kickstarting that. He's done it a few times since then. He has absolutely switched up that style with his Supergirl Chaos and Comics. Did a great video kind of pointing that out here this week. But dude, just don't overthink it. Read panel for panel. Just read what you get and just watch what happens when it all comes together for you, dude. You're in for a treat. You're not oversaturated with that format or anything. This will be like a one-off for you, like this type of storytelling. You'll absolutely love it by the end, I swear.
okay.
Like Mr. Miracle himself, he's confused and lost. Like it doesn't necessarily. I don't get why they do it with like so many other ones, but for this, it worked so good because Scott Free had opened. You read the first issue, right? He couldn't be more confused and lost. He's at the literal lowest of the low of his life. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's wicked. Look at what Mars said. King's Mr. Miracle was so dang good. Like, dude,
That's going to get you a timeout and possibly somebody else.
It's a unicorn comic. It really is. Like it's so rare, but it's majestic.
I read his Vision.
Batman?
What'd you say? Batman? Yeah, I read yes, I did. The whole run. I read the whole run.
It all comes back to Batman in the end.
Okay, no, but Vision. No, seriously, I didn't know you've ever read Vision, so let's hear about this.
It was horrible. I hated it.
That was a thorough review.
Absolutely terrible. But it just made me realize,
Riveting.
1, I don't like Vision, and 2, I don't like Tom King's writing on specific, just overall.
Specifically overall.
Specifically overall, yeah.
Specifically in general.
Oh.
50% of the time, it works every time.
Every time.
Oh, shit.
The new Mr. Miracle, Dustin, though, is completely different. It's following Shiloh Norman. I think he first appeared number 17 of the original run. He was Scott's his little right-hand man for his shows and stuff. So issue 1 just kind of sets up. You see him. He's already Mr. Miracle. He's working. He's doing stunts and everything. And they leaned heavy into the identity politics in it, trying to set him up like he feels like he can't let the world know who he really is outside of the costume because he's not going to be accepted as a black superhero, which it's fine to go down that avenue, but they lean heavy into it to the point of it being, it took away from the story because you're now trying to convince me that inside of the DC universe, black people are treated like with a bunch of racism that hasn't ever existed inside of the DC universe all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Which was just weird. It was trying to make it, they're trying to make the point that him being different than Scott Free, who finds his escape from Apocalypse, where does Shiloh have to find his escape from the way he feels ostracized by society? We get that, but they lean really heavily into it and kind of just beat it down a little bit and just repeat itself over and over just to establish it. But they established it in issue 1. They kind of introduced the heel moving into issue 2, which is going to be Barda and Scott's daughter. And they're going to be battling for the mantle apparently in the next issue. I don't know if that's what the run's going to be about. It is just a limited series. So on cover buy alone, the first one was worth that, just to get the first Mr. Miracle, Source of Freedom. And I'm interested to see where it goes. I love the character. I want to know what's going on with like beyond him, like with Scott, with Barda, what's going on inside of Mr. Miracle's extended world. You know what I mean? So I'm in it for that point. I'm not like, I enjoyed the first issue. All that aside, like I said, all they did was take away from, you could have given us more story and less just explaining it. We got it. You can say it one time, I get it, move on. But I didn't have a problem with the message. It was just wasting real estate in the book. But I'm picking up issue 2 Tuesday for sure.
Cool.
Hey, Dave. So here's my poll for next week. Batman.
Teen Titans Academy 4.
Yep.
That's on my list. Batman Superman 19, Robin 3, Something is Killing Children 17, Infinite Frontier number 1, Teen Titans Academy number 4, TMNT 118, Checkmate number 1, and Power Rangers 8. I think we should read or review Something is Killing Children 17, Teen Titans Academy number 4, and Power Rangers number 8. If you guys are down with that.
Yeah, I think Teen Titans Academy is going to be a make it break it issue because now we're moving outside of the minor crossover that they had with Suicide Squad. So let's see how it's going to stand on its own moving forward with this dynamic of like 3 tiers of age groups that we're dealing with and this oversaturation of characters inside this one location. And
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Teen Titans Academy 4.
Yeah, I'm excited for Checkmate for some reason. I know Bendis is writing it.
Yeah, I messaged you about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I don't know why. It looks cool.
Power Rangers 8. I got it a couple weeks ago. I have yet to read it.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
You couldn't care. You could care less.
Dude, reading Power Rangers is a chore right now for me. I'm being serious. Like I love Power Rangers to death. You got all y'all know that, but it's just become more of a chore than it does.
It's not Mighty Morphin, right?
No, I don't mean Power Rangers the title. I mean Power Rangers,
the brand.
The brand, yeah. I just don't like where it's at right now. It's just not writing good stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Power Rangers better than Mighty Morphin, but it's rough going right now.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of flip flop issue to issue. You know what I mean? Like, whichever one I've read most recently seems to be the one I'm more excited about. And even then, I'm like, man, I wish it was doing more than this. I'm sure that'll change as we get closer to the big confrontations that we have with the Imperials and Power Ranger and Grace versus Zordon, really, and Mighty Morphin. I think that's what it's going to come down to, or the big reveal of who Zed really is and how he's tied into Zordon, I think. So I think that there's potential coming, but they're slow getting there, and I'd rather them take their time and tell a good story than take the time to tell a bunch of little one-off meaningless stories to get us there. Just tell a slow-paced, well-plot-driven, character-driven story. I don't need this episodic crap issue to issue that just is weak sauce and watered-down throwaway.
So what you're saying is Kyle Higgins needs to come back.
At this point, no. God, no. Have you read Radiant?
They just need to pinch it off and let it have a breather.
I
Radiant Black
enjoyed
is
his run on
garbage.
Power Rangers so much.
His run on Power Rangers was epic.
But I don't really talk about the current Power Ranger stuff because I haven't read any of it. So I try not to talk about things I haven't read. But
It's
It went really downhill. Then it kind of had a nice little like the reboot was solid for like 3 issues on each side, and then after that it started to kind of stall out again. So
Well, I'm excited for Mighty Morphin 9 though, because at that point we'll probably finally get to the Mighty Morphin team and Matt will like butting heads. So
a lot
what about
good.
what about Flash? Did you want to talk about that one?
yeah, we
Yes.
can Flash. Well,
All in favor of reviewing Flash, say evil.
yes.
Evil.
Evil.
No, I want to
That
show
was
this.
so awesome.
Yeah, I want to show this. So this is something that's killing children 17 next week. This is the 1 of 25. This is a cool.
Wow. That's creepy.
Anyone gonna try to get that?
It's the only issue. That's the only book that I have next week on my pull list is the cover A and cover B.
You're gonna read. I'm sure you're gonna read this in about 5 minutes or less.
Not a lot of dialogue.
Not a lot of dialogue. It's all like firepower. But last issue was pretty good.
Yeah, I
Which
enjoy
is
it.
weird.
Yeah.
because Time is traditionally very wordy.
Do y'all think that we're in this weird era
I
of
like
he
that
didn't
cover.
plan for this book to go past 15, so they're having to make it up on the fly and space out the story because there's not a story? I mean, it was already pretty spaced out. Well, he didn't want spaced out, but they didn't rush the plot at all. You know what I mean?
No, me and Ryan talked about that a lot last year, how it was just kind of like a super slow build, almost to the point. I mean, I even said several times, I mean, I was contemplating on not picking it up anymore, but then like, because one issue would be kind of but then the next issue would be really good. And I was just like, man, like this is just a roller coaster issue to issue.
I tell you what, I had the privilege of reading the first 2 trades like that. I didn't read what is that, like the first, they put 5 in a trade, I think.
Yeah,
So
I just picked up a volume 1 recently.
Yeah, I picked up 1 and 2 at the same time, and I messaged Ryan, I'm like, I'm going to read a couple issues of something and Killing the Children Night, see how it goes. Probably about 40 minutes later, I messaged him like, bro, I just finished volume 1. He's like, oh, you're still awake. I'm like, I'm starting volume 2. Dude, reading it like that, because they do amazing the way he caps off each issue before they did gotten to 16, before the break. You know, there was no like real cliffhanger cap off to this one. So I wonder if they're going to be able to get back in that routine of having enough story ahead of themselves. You know what I mean? Because I guess he had 1 through 15 already preset written. This is a story I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell it within this many issues. So this is the pacing that I'll choose. This is perfect breaks here. And I don't think we necessarily have that same, brainstorming before going into it now that we had in the very beginning. So I'm wondering how different it'll be.
Well,
Supposedly he had a 5-issue pitch that he was pretty much like done with, and he also had a 15-issue version of that pitch. And they took the 5-issue pitch, but then like in issue 2 or 3, they went ahead and were like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do 15 on this. And so that's kind of why it felt so spaced out, especially after those initial issues. And it's going to be interesting to see how it progresses in the second arc now, since he doesn't have all the same like way that he put it together in the first place, you know?
Yeah, just making it up as he goes now. I'm sure. Well, I would say I'm sure he thought about this since he started it and saw it blow up, but he might have been thinking of Nice House on the Lake. He might have been thinking of Batman. He might have been thinking of Department of Truth.
I don't think he was thinking of Batman.
Yeah, I don't see how anyone could do anything beyond Department of Truth with how complex that is. Like,
That's something I haven't never really gotten into, was that series. It was just kind of over my head and wasn't really something that like really just drew me in. But everything else he's written, I've been.
Well, despite what I like or dislike, it's definitely the most creative, crafty, time-consuming, and effort that he puts into any of his stories. Like, it would take at least all 15 issues of Something is Killing the Children to cram as much content into one issue that he puts in for Department of Truth. Like, the time that he has to put in for research and details and everything, like just the concept of learning each issue, it's huge.
What you eating, Panda?
A slab.
Bamboo.
M&M's.
Nice. Nice.
Are they bamboo M&Ms?
Yeah, actually, they are.
He does have a rice hat hanging out behind him.
I do. Can't lie. It's back there.
That's awesome.
It's all right. My son has one too, and he's Mexican, so
So he's got a sombrero somewhere.
he should.
I have yet to. I stopped after issue 4. It was boring to me, man. It just was. I tried. 4 issues is all I gave it. So
What book?
Jimmy, Seven Secrets.
Hey, Jimmy the Dome.
Jimmy.
He dropped a new video today. Who did he interview? We'll put that in the chat real quick.
He interviewed some goober. I forget who it was.
Yeah. It was really probably one of the worst questions I've
Wait
ever
a
seen.
second. Wait a second.
Well, I take it Steve hasn't watched it.
He interviewed Panda.
Didn't see the lightning questions. Didn't see the promo. Didn't watch the episode.
He didn't watch any of that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I checked it out today. I was listening to it while I was riding around.
Yeah, Jimmy's really cool people, man. I really enjoy talking to him.
I love Jimmy.
I love his accent. Love talking to him. Just anything I can do to get him to keep talking, like I love it. Jimmy's just awesome.
It was hard to watch yours because like
Right.
there was nothing surprising. I mean, like trying to watch a video like watching Steve's or watching like someone that you know a lot about already,
yeah.
and like you already know all that story and everything. So I kept waiting like for something that I hadn't heard, and I'm like, I guess you only get those stories on the members chats.
Members only. Yeah.
Oh man.
I will definitely check it out. The link is in the chat for everyone that wants to watch it, for sure.
In all sincerity, I know it's getting late, but what did you think of Flash, Steve? I know that you messaged me and said that you
All right.
verbally screamed no at the end like you were Darth Vader or something.
Okay, so this came out last week. Okay. First off, this is one of the best covers I've ever seen. Just amazing. Roy all over it. Him, exceptional. Exceptional by Brett Booth. I love him drawing Wally. Drawing anything. He's great.
You're going to be working on Spawn post on Juniverse.
You know, I liked it. I liked the book a lot. Like the whole thing, like the beginning, you know, it reminded me of the Super Friends show, which was not great, you know, watching it now or reading it now, not great. But then, you know, the story, yeah, all that stuff.
That looks like a doll, doesn't it?
It does look like a
I hated that artwork.
But then,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the same person, I think.
but then
Oh,
they start talking about how he went to all these different other times that they never even get to, because he just kept going in all these different speedsters, all these different things, and finally you get that, you know, future talk where he's talking to his daughter,
Yeah, and Kingdom Come. We're inside of Kingdom Come right there.
and it's just, I loved it. That whole like couple pages where he's talking to his daughter like hit me in the feels as a dad, especially like a father or daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, there she is.
Just, I loved it. I love that, and I like how she kept like saying, oh, "I'm married to someone you don't like." Yeah,
Look at that.
it was a fun book, and I like how they addressed the whole like, you know, all it sucks is I'm retiring from being a hero, and she laughs at him ever retiring from being a hero, which made me feel good because I think we're all a little worried. We were a little worried about that when we heard about it, but you know, we obviously pretty much got confirmation he's not. And then yes, the ending. I don't want to relive that. I do not want to relive that. But maybe there's going to be something new. Maybe they're going to change the timeline. I don't know. But
Has it not clicked with you yet that hopping through all these speedsters for the last 4 issues, he's hopping because the Speed Force is trying to purge this imperfection, this fracture, whatever it is, is causing an explosion.
Yeah.
We've been hopping, and he's been trying to locate, isolate, and stop the explosion. Explosion, uncontrollable explosion. Fast forward, Heroes in Crisis.
Okay.
They're going to make that explosion that happened to Wally in canon, Heroes in Crisis, be tied to this event. That it wasn't Wally, that it was this event coming through. I bet. Which in that case, you're almost giving Wally another pass. Like, how can we correct Wally? How can we clean his slate? It was never him to begin
I just
with.
have so many bad memories about that story. It's just, I'm always going to remember that, and it's always going to piss me off.
Show us on Flash where Tom King touched you.
That story should never have been written. That's what I think about that. So yes, the last two panels is Wally at Heroes in Crisis. He's in the field. I'll show it real quick. And right when I showed this, and he goes, "No," that's when I started going, "No!" And then went to the next page. I was like, "No! I don't want to relive Heroes in Crisis again."
So is that what that all was?
Yes, it's Heroes.
Yeah,
in
That was
at the
kind of
same
lost on me. I was like, I don't know what is going on this last page.
Yeah, so that's the Sanctuary. It was the
Yeah.
PTSD rehab facility for heroes that Wally was sent to after coming back into the timeline, where his wife that he remembers doesn't know him, where his kids that he's been raising with his wife no longer exist, where he literally just lost everything that he's ever loved in life. And instead of DC just ignoring that fact when they brought him in, they address it. You know, they create this broken man. Like, as any father would have that same feeling. I feel there's a lot of fathers on this panel. If one day, like, you no longer had your wife or kids, you wouldn't be like, okay, well, let me go run around the city and help people.
Sure.
So it was definitely a point in, like, this character's story that it was appropriate to tell. It was absolutely appropriate.
They could have told that without him killing people.
Dude, that didn't bother me. I'm a lifelong Wally fan too. It didn't bother me one bit. I thought it just added to his character. He didn't go and shoot anybody in the head. He had an energy discharge that had nothing to do with his intention.
And then he tried to cover it up, though, dude.
It was collateral damage. Yeah, because he was psychologically broken. Read Flash Forward, man. It
You're
addresses
giving too big of a pass to Tom King. Too big of a pass.
I'm not giving it to Tom King because when I read it, I didn't even think nothing of who wrote it.
Horrible story. I understand what you're saying. I do. I can't get over it. I just can't. You know what I mean? That's after the whole, like, 30 issues of being terrible in Batman.
No.
You threw it the wrong way, bro. You threw it that way. Or that way.
All right, try again, Dustin.
He threw it too hard.
Did you enjoy Flash Forward that they told when Tim
You two are sitting up here like having this intense argument, and Panda's just over here eating the hell
Like
out
the
of
kid of the divorcing parents.
We're never going to agree on that. And
No,
we're
we're
never
never.
agree on Tom King.
This is going to be a lifelong thing that we go through,
Yes.
or a YouTube long thing.
And I agree 100%, Dustin. 100%. What do you
I guess
think?
I'm gonna have to take some Steve suggestions next because I keep trying to hate Tom King, and then I read a book and I'm like, man, this is good.
I'm telling you, read the entire Batman run. 1 through 85.
That's 85 issues.
Yeah,
We're not fighting against war.
Okay, well, then read
Not even relevant
He's like,
anymore.
hey, look, read
Read
these
51
6
through
issues.
85.
Read these 5 issues. And Steve's like, if you want to hate Tom King, read these 85 issues. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to fight a war.
I was miserable for like 2 years on Batman. Miserable. 2.5 years.
Welcome to my Tynan era Batman.
Hey, I love Tynan's Batman run from last year. This year it ain't been worth a daggone.
101 to 109 has been absolute garbage.
Oh yeah, I stopped
108,
picking it
wherever
up
we're
at
at now.
101 to 108.
I cut it at 102.
108.
Yeah, 109 was
I
actually
all
a
about it last year.
a fire single issue of Batman. Like you know me, I've been critical of him since before Joker War ended up. I'm like, this is going to go nowhere, I think. But 109 was a great single issue of Batman. It was structured right. It was balanced out well. You just had hits coming left and right. Matches Malone wasn't even in it.
No matches, no win.
Right.
What do you think about matches in Future State Gotham?
I think it's stupid.
It was a terrible reveal, right?
Mhm.
They were like,
Stupid
people's jaws are
and
going to drop, and then he's just standing there. You're like, there was no like build up or tension here or nothing.
It should have been Damien and Damien only.
Where is Damien?
Hashtag where is Damien?
Hashtag
For us future state readers, we have yet to get a flag in the ground where he is in his life, his story, is anything.
What if he loses his soul in Robin?
Would it be relevant to future state though?
Robin
Like-
takes place before Future State.
I know, but future state's just a possible outcome, you know.
Malfarm.
Like it would be cool if they would have at least addressed it like Damien, like he's the demon now. Like he took his grandfather's mantle. We've seen that happen in alternate stuff before. You know, he did that in the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War movie when they went to Damien. He was the leader of the League of Shadows and had to go for his help. So he's done it before. You can at least give him that mantle, but address it. Put a placeholder on it. Let us know. But it's stupid to have Bruce go out in that blaze of glory that he went out in Dark Detective just to throw him into the back alley. Like we know Red Hood's always answered to Bruce like a whole Green Hornet thing. He pretends he's a villain when really he's just on the down low under the radar. So they did nothing new, and that was disappointing.
This is exactly how I feel about Tom King. I'm not into the creator. The last thing I want to do is buy and read more of their stuff. 100%.
Yeah, the only thing with that is like some people work better with different characters, and that like
True.
So I'll give most anything a fair shake, despite who does it. You know what I mean?
Tom King, I would read a single one-shot issue on Kite Man.
Have you watched Harley yet? Oh my god!
Yeah, you should.
Kite Man for the win, dude.
Kite Man for the win.
I would read a 100 issue run of Kite Man if anybody was writing it at this point.
Kite Man.
He's the hero.
They really do him justice, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I need to try it out.
Really, they're taking away all of those like weird characters like that because it looks like what's his name, Polka Dot Man or whatever, is going to be in Suicide Squad, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll get some due diligence. They got Killer Shark or whatever in there, so
King Shark.
King
Yeah,
Shark.
I like how Kite Man and the Condiment King have like this inner nemesis amongst the villains. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's hilarious. Man.
I just love when Harley went to that bar, man. She's like, "You're all gonna follow me," and then Kite Man runs in with no plan.
You guys see Zack Snyder's Twitter post?
Mm-mm.
Which one?
Mm-hmm.
The Green Lantern one?
No, hold on.
Wait, Scott or Zach? You said Zach, right?
Zack Snyder.
Okay.
I think Dustin's soul just died when you asked that.
I
Like,
know.
is the post in slow motion, Steve? Are there hot dogs?
It's a slow motion 4-hour tweet.
Is there some Icelandic band singing a sad song?
Let's go look at it, okay? Does Batman do it or does not Batman not?
We'll just go look at it if you just read Supergirl #1, okay?
No.
Deal.
Just tell us.
You think I give up about swords and arrows?
It is not appropriate to show on my screen. I'll just say that.
All right, Dustin, you share it on the screen then.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I've
looking
seen
at
this.
it.
I didn't know that he posted it, but I've seen it.
I don't have Twitter. What is it?
Mm.
You don't
Okay,
have
then
to
wait
use
later.
it. Just click on the link in our private
It's
chat. You don't have
something-
to have Twitter.
Heroes are doing something that heroes don't do according to DC.
Did you share it yet in the chat?
It's in our private chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
in
why I
the
said
private
the
chat.
other day on Whack Comics, I guess I fancy myself a villain. I don't know.
All right. Which private chat? Because there's a lot of these.
On StreamYard, dude.
Okay.
Oh my god, the replies are great too.
Yeah. I love
the
that he
Mario
said
one.
canon.
You dropped this.
Canon.
And then the one with Batfleck right below that.
Zach.
Bruce be like,
I thought it was funny.
Oh, real quick, Steve. That I did finally get a chance. You shared it to me earlier, and I didn't get a chance to look at it. But the Titan Season 3 trailer, they are going in on Titan Season 3. Like
They're going in on
we get
Gotham.
the Joker beating the hell out of Jason Todd with a crowbar in the trailer.
Yes, and he's turning into Red Hood.
He's turning into dead. Like he's nailing him with that crowbar.
I'm excited for it.
It's cool. They're obviously taking it a different direction. You know, you see him go to the ran down amusement park, and you hear the laughter, and then it cuts a few scenes, and it comes back, and you just see like there they are, like silhouetted, and Joker just over him, railing him with a crowbar. You get just enough light to see like the color of his suit that he's wearing is proper. You know, like oh man.
Is that all on HBO Max?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was.
I haven't seen it. I need to go check it out.
This will be the first season to premiere on HBO Max. Season 1 and 2 premiered directly on the DC Universe app when they had the shows and everything before the agreement.
Season 2 was a lot better than Season 1,
Oh yeah.
but both were good. But Season 2 was way better.
Yeah, that Superboy introduction was epic.
Ooh, you telling me, man? That was awesome.
I was just waiting on Jason to die every episode. Just that's how they kept it. And when he was falling out of that building, me and my wife both, because that was like our Friday night routine.
And they did something else for an episode, and then they came back.
Yeah. Me and my wife were both screaming for Starfire to catch him, and little did we know who was actually going to catch him, and it was awesome.
Yes. Yes. All right, so my daughter's bugging me to go watch her do something. So we've been on for almost 2 hours. This is where we're going to say what we got going on our channel coming up, and then we're going to get out of here. Legion of Comics, what do you got going on your channel coming up here in the next couple of days?
Tomorrow morning's the community hangout. I'll be up dark and early and going live. Everyone's invited. No dudes, but come hang out. No, just like always, just going to hang out as long as we can. Just shoot the crap, talk comics, whatever. Loki episode 2 dropped this week. It was fantastic. So I'm sure we'll be talking about that. Whatever. We'll talk about whatever, literally whatever. Have a great time. There's people coming and going for as long as we can stay on there. I do have to work tomorrow on my off day. It's a holiday weekend, so I'll probably do it a little shorter than usual. Just gotta have to get other stuff done as well.
3 hours, 3:45, something like that.
Yeah, probably realistically. Yeah, because I mean I started early, so it'll still be morning time, 3 hours in. But then Sunday night, 9:00, Out Weeks In. Do a deep dive spoiler talk on all these books that have come out this week. Hopefully I'll be able to get them all read before then.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Thank you, Tori. Ryan, what do you got coming up?
Yeah, I don't have a video prepared for tomorrow, but we got the community chat over on Legion of Comics, and we'll have pre-weeks end in the afternoon about 3:30 Central Time. Saturday, I'm going to drop a Batman, like a 90s Batman deep dive. So there's a cool storyline there I want to highlight. So that'll be interesting.
No Batman Rebirth deep dive.
What?
No Batman Rebirth deep dive.
Oh. And I don't know. I've dropped a lot of videos this week. This morning, I dropped my new comic book day video. So that's up. You can see all the books coming out next week that I'm excited for. And I think that's all. Sunday at Week's End. I'm really excited for at Week's End because there's 2 books in here that I'm particularly excited to talk about.
Oh.
Supergirl, Ultra Mega.
Mm.
Yep, exactly.
Dude, Justin, you would probably like Ultra Mega. That book's insane.
Oh my god.
I've got
And
EQ1 floating around in here somewhere.
it is
It's like
insane.
everything that you never knew you wanted.
One of the most violent books I've ever read. Grotesque. Boosh?
Boosh.
Panda, what do you got going on your channel, bro?
Man, I'm not sure if I'm doing a Sunday mail call and hangout this Sunday just because it's Father's Day weekend, right?
It is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so
Rick and Morty.
um,
And at week's end, I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
I know I'm gonna be watching Rick and Morty. I'm gonna be over at my parents' house, chilling with my dad, cooking some steak. Got my son coming over this weekend, so I just haven't had a lot of time for YouTube, and it's kind of lacking, and I'm just doing just the Sunday show. But life is there's just a lot going on in life right now, and it's all seeming to like catch up. And then we've got Crane next week, and then I'm trying to see if I can actually squeeze Lexicon into September, but it's not looking really good. Talked to my wife and everything, so
Well, don't forget, Monday, you're on my channel.
and then Monday I am doing Meet the Burke Fam on Monday. Oh my god! Every time I'm talking, Ryan.
That's the second time tonight.
Yeah,
And it's
I don't know what's
every
going
single
on.
time I talk.
That is amazing.
Like as soon as I start talking, Ryan's like, "Oh."
Forget this guy. Pull a Dustin and just disappear.
Right?
Step on the switch. I'm out.
Nice. Well, that'll be fun on Monday. So
Yeah,
Happy-
absolutely.
happy.
I just need to put together these videos and stuff like that. Like I've had this A-OK video from Ryan for I don't even know how many weeks now, like 2 weeks now, and I still haven't cut it together. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I just need to find time to sit down at the computer and edit. Like I wish I had a Nick. You know what I mean? Like that would make my life so much
I think
easier.
we all wish we had a Nick.
Hashtag we need a Nick.
Yeah,
I wish I was a Nick.
Yeah, like I'm out here hanging out with you guys, and content is just being created right now. Like
You're a god.
Oh man.
I record a video, it goes to Dropbox, and then it just pops up sometime later. It looks awesome, and
Does he ever tell you when they're dropping, or he just drops it now?
yeah, I mean, yeah, we plan it out pretty.
Oh,
pretty
okay.
Yeah,
He just
I'll
gets a
hit him up.
notification on his phone.
Yeah.
New video from Two
Lately, it's
Brothers.
gotten to the point where I'll hit him up and be like, "You got anything for tomorrow?" Because I don't have any ideas. And he'll be like, "Yeah," or he'll say no, and I'll say, "All right, well, I'll pull something out of my behind, I guess. Like, if you don't have anything, I'll figure it out." Like, that's kind of where we are now. It's like a day-to-day thing. Like, we don't have content just built up like we used to right now. So
Right.
I feel you. What do you got going on your channel? You got that unboxing of TMNT books?
yeah, I'll probably show those off on the Babylon. I don't know if I'll do a whole video for them yet or not. We'll see. We're starting a new series highlighting the life and works of Tom King. Start next week. I haven't done it for about
Oh my god.
Jab, uppercut.
Oh boy. I like the guy as a person. Not as a
I don't know if that's true. I watched you personally aggravate him in less than 3 seconds.
When I met him in person, it was a great interaction. I'll say that. Sorry, Dustin. What do you got going on your channel? You got the Babylon on Saturday. What else?
That's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate Mark and Ryan and Panda and Dustin for coming on here tonight and hanging out, talking comic books, reviewing them, having a pissing match, talking Tom King, all of that stuff. I appreciate it. Again, guys, make sure you guys head over and check out comic_press and IG if you ever need any comic books press. And make sure you use my promo code BERK54 to get free shipping back to you on your first order. Thank you also to the channel members. Where is this at? There it is. Click on it real quick. In the family tier, we got Flash 6792, Collectibles Lounge, Adrian Pandawson 316, who's here tonight, Porter's Hide, Nick's Kicks and Comics, Blue Hellion Comics, Cardboard Crazies, Small Town Collectibles, Legion of Comics, who's here with us tonight, Warlord, Jonathan Michael, Remington Studios, Jade Kuros, Chip Gittler, Slaughtered at 503, DJ Links, Kid Drama Prince, Deep Dive Comics, Comic Book Poser, and Actual Dracula. Thank you to all you guys for being in the family tier. And a friend tier, we got a new guy who was here with us tonight, Adrian 8 p.m. and my buddy Carlito Classico, and lots of awesome people as well. And a supporter tier, including
I'm starting a trend.
two brothers, Legion of TK. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We had a great time. Thank you also to the 616comics.com for sponsoring the channel, sponsoring the monthly Burke Box. There's lots of awesome books that I just got from them that are going to be going out over the next month or two in the Burke Box. So thank you again to the 616comics.com for being a channel sponsor, sponsoring my channel, sponsoring Panda's channel, sponsoring Dustin's channel, just being an awesome online retailer. Make sure you check out the 616comics.com. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We had a great time. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's